Hello and welcome to my Uril the Miststalker commander deck. Uril the Miststalker is a 5-mana 5/5 legendary beast, which reads, Uril the Miststalker can't be target of spells or abilities your opponents control. Uril gets +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. So just by looking at this, you can probably tell that this will be a Voltron-based strategy, and just from personal experience, this is a very powerful commander, and it's actually very hard to deal with because it has pseudo hexproof, it makes it very good. So the first 3 cards are all enchantresses. So the card in the middle, Enchantress's Presence, is a 3-mana enchantment when the other 2 are creatures. So, and enchantresses let you draw a card every time that you cast an enchantment. So the next 3 are basically enchantresses as well. So Core Spirit Dancer. So the first ability isn't relevant, but the second ability, whenever you cast an aura spell, you may draw a card. So this isn't for every enchantment, this is just for auras. So SRAM, Senior Edificer, is a 2-mana 2/2 legendary dwarf advisor. So whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. There are no vehicles, but there are auras and a couple equipments. And then Mace Enchantress is your standard enchantress. Herald of the Pantheon. So the next 3 cards are all cards that discount my enchantments. So Herald of the Pantheon is a 2-mana 2/2 creature, and it makes all my enchantment spells 1 less to cast. And whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I gain 1 life. Transcendent Envoy is a 2-mana 1/2 enchantment creature with flying, and aura spells cost 1 less to cast. And then Dauntia makes all my aura and equipment spells 1 less to cast. So the next 2 also discount my enchantments. So Starfield Mystic is a 2-mana 2/2, which makes my enchantments 1 less. And whenever an enchantment is put into a graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on Starfield Mystic. Hero of Ioras is a 2-mana 2/2. Aura spells cost 1 less to cast, and Heroic isn't very relevant, but whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put a 1/1 counter on it. So the next 5 all give the enchanted creature +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. But in Ancestral Mask gives +2/+2 for each enchantment instead of 1/+1/+1. And Sage's Reverie is a 4-mana, but when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each aura that's attached to a creature. Hyena Umbra and Spider Umbra are very similar. They're both 1 mana to give the enchanted creature +1/+1 in totem armor, but Hyena Umbra also gives it First Strike, and Spider Umbra gives it Reach. Snake Umbra is 3 mana for +1/+1, and whenever it hits an opponent, you may draw a card, and totem armor. Felidar Umbra is a 2-mana enchantment that gives the enchanted creature lifelink, totem armor, and you can pay 2 to attach Felidar Umbra to target creature you control. So you can swap it back and forth, but it's not very relevant. But if someone tries to kill one of, say, your enchantresses, then you can switch where Felidar Umbra is, and then use the totem armor to bring it back. Boar Umbra is 3 mana +3/+3 and totem armor. Bear Umbra is 4 mana for +2/+2, and whenever it attacks, untap all lands you control with totem armor. Armadillo Cloak and Unflinching Courage are the exact same thing, except that Armadillo Cloak gives it pseudo lifelink. So, say you had lifelink and Armadillo Cloak on, then you'd actually be gaining double the life because it's not saying the keyword lifelink. So Runes of the Deuce is 5 mana for an aura, and as long as the enchanted creature is red, it gets +1/+1 and has double strike, and as long as the creature's green, it gets +1/+1 and trample. And if you equip this to Uril, of course he is both red and green, so it's very powerful. So Shield of the Oversoul is 3 mana for an aura, and as long as the enchanted creature is green, it gets +1/+1 and indestructible, and if it's white, it gets +1/+1 and flying. So yet again, Uril is white and green. And Scourge of the Nobilis is 3 mana for enchant creature, and then as long as the enchanted creature is red, it gets +1/+1, and you can pay red or white, and give the creature +1/+1 until end of turn. And if it's white, it also gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. So Spirit Mantle is 2. So the next 3 cards all give protection from creatures. So Spirit Mantle is 2 mana for +1/+1 in pro creatures. Holy Mantle is 4 mana for +2/+2 in pro creatures. And Unquestioned Authority is 3 mana when it enters draw card and pro creatures. So Angelic Destiny is 4 mana for an aura, and enchanted creature gets +4/+4 as flying, first strike, and is an angel. And when enchanted creature dies, return Angelic Destiny to its owner's hand. Daybreak Coronet is 2 mana for so it has to have, the enchanted creature has to have another aura attached to it at all times, or else Daybreak Coronet falls off. But it gives it +3/+3, has first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. Faith Unbroken is 4 mana, but when it enters, you exile a creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield, and it also gives it +2/+2. On Sarah's Wings is 4 mana for an aura, and the enchanted creature's legendary gets flying, vigilance, and lifelink, and +1/+1. Eldrazi Conscription is 8 mana for an enchantment for enchant creature, and enchanted creature gets +10/+10 and has trample and annihilator 2. And then Blessing of the Nephilim is 1 mana for an aura, and it says enchant creature, it gets +1/+1 for each of its colors, but Uril is 3 colors, so he will get +3/+3. Yeah. So Dueling Grounds and Silent Arbiter, they both say that no more than one creature can attack each combat, and no more than one creature can block each combat. These cards are so great in a Voltron-based strategy, because you only want one creature to be attacking at all times. So Ajani's Chosen and Sigil of the Empty Throne, they both give me creatures whenever I cast enchantments. So Ajani's Chosen gives me 2/2 cats, and Sigil of the Empty Throne gives me 4/4 angels. Sigil of the Empty Throne's enchantment, and Ajani's Chosen is a 3/3 creature. So the next 3 cards can all double Url's power. So Boros Charm is 2 mana for an instant, and you can deal 4 damage to target player, which you will probably never want to do. And the second ability is permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and the next one is target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Most of the time you're going to want to choose double strike, but of course sometimes you'll want to do indestructible. So Xenagos, God of Revels, is 5 mana for a 6/5. And then as long as your devotion to red and green is 7, Xenagos isn't a creature, like all gods. And then at the beginning of your combat turn, another target creature gets haste +X/+X until end of turn, where X is that creature's power. So Battle Mastery is 3 mana for enchant creature has double strike. So the next 3 are all tutors. So 3 Dreams is 5 mana, search your deck for 3 aura cards with different names, put them into your hand. Helioid Pilgrim is 3 mana for a 1/2 creature, and when it enters, search for an aura card. Open the Armory is 2 mana for a sorcery, search your library for an aura or equipment card, put it into your hand. So the next 2 draw me cards equal to Uril's power, which is so many. Like it can be like 20 cards even, and it's just so much value, and it can give you enough leverage to win the game. So Rishkar's Expertise is 6 mana, draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control, and you may cast a card with converted mana cost 5 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. So that's just an added bonus, and Soul's Majesty is just draw cards equal to the total power among creatures you control. Or sorry, not the total power, draw cards equal to the power of target creature you control. So Single Combat and Winds of Wrath are both board wipes in the deck that are just insanely powerful. So Single Combat is 5 mana, and each player chooses a creature or planeswalker they control, then sacks the rest. And players can't cast creature or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. So this is, of course, one of the best board wipes in the deck, because if I just keep Uril and everybody can only choose one creature, it just gives me it just makes the game so much easier for me. Winds of Wrath is 5 mana for a board wipe. But if any of creatures are enchanted, so if they have auras on them, they don't die, and creatures can't be regenerated. So that brings us to the end of the episode. Please like and subscribe, and please comment, because I have such a good time responding, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.